What's up, you guys? It's PokeGirl7 here, and today is March 14th, and that means that Rayquaza is going to be flying away for good in 2 days. So basically we know that every time a legendary leaves the game, another one comes in, or another group of them come in, and a lot of speculation has been going around that Latios and Latias are going to be in the game next as our new legendary set. Now, a lot of people are assuming that they're going to be like a regional type thing, like Latias will be available in one region while Latios is available in another, and then they will switch over after like a month or so. But that's just speculation and rumor. We have no idea when they are actually coming or how they are going to be released or anything of that sort. But I wanted to make a video to give you guys a Latios and Latias raid guide. So that way when they do come about, you'll be able to take them down and capture them and hopefully get a good IV one. And yeah, so basically let's get started. Let's start with Latias. Now, Latias is a level 5 raid boss with very strong defensive stats. Now, out of the two of the Eon duo, Latias is the one that has super strong defensive stats. A raid CP for Latias is going to be 45,704, so one of the higher ones, but not too bad. It's not going to be very hard to take down. A 100% CP on encounter would be 1929, and with the weather boost it'll be 2412. So pretty decent CP already on encounter, especially with the weather boost. It's going to be a pretty good Pokemon. It's going to take a minimum of 5 trainers to take down in battle. This is all according to Pokemon Go Hub. They say that 5 trainers will be able to take it down. I can pretty much trust their word on that. That does sound right with all the statistics and everything. So Latias is a Dragon and Psychic type. Now that means it's going to have a lot of weaknesses, which is going to be really helpful. Now with Latias, it's actually a little bit different because Latias has good defensive stats and not a good attack stat. It's going to be a little bit easier to take down than Latios. Now Latios has like a really high attack stat, so even though it has a lot of weaknesses, technically it's still a really hard one to take down. So that was all of Latias' stat. Now let's get into Latios. Now Latios is also a level 5 raid boss, of course. Like I said, it has really strong attack stats. Its raid boss CP is going to be 49,323, so it's a lot higher. It's going to be a lot harder to take down. Its 100% CP on encounter is 2082, so that's higher as well. And with the weather boost, it's 2603. It's going to take a minimum of 7 trainers to take down, so it is a lot harder to take down, like I said. But it's definitely still possible. Don't stress it. As long as you follow this guide, you'll be able to take it down just fine with the right amount of people, and if all those people have good Pokemon too. So definitely share this raid guide with your friends, by the way. That's one thing you should do. Any information that you know, you should definitely share with the people that you're raiding with. But like I said, Latios is also a Dragon and Psychic type, just like its counterpart. Okay, so let's get into the best counters for Latios and Latias. Now, they basically have the same counters, so I'm just going to go over all of them and the movesets that you want for them. So basically, Salamence is a good counter with Dragon Tail and Outrage, or Draco Meteor, either one would do. Also, Dragonite with Dragon Tail and Outrage, Rayquaza with Dragon Tail and Outrage, Mewtwo with Confusion and Shadow Ball, Tyranitar with Bite and Crunch, Gengar with Hex and Shadow Ball, Gardevoir with Confusion and Dazzling Gleam, Scizor with Fury Cutter and X-Scissor, Articuno with Frost Breath and Ice Beam, Groudon with Dragon Tail and Earthquake, and Absol with Snarl and Dark Pulse. Now, those are all good counters for both Latias and Latios, but the thing is, the counter is going to depend on the charge move that the legendary Pokemon has. So let's get into the charge moves that they can have. Now, Latias can have Thunder, Dragon Claw, and Psychic as the charge moves, and Latios can have Solar Beam, Dragon Claw, and Psychic. So they both share Dragon Claw and Psychic, but they each have their own exclusive move. Latias with Thunder, Latios with Solar Beam. So basically the way to tell what charge move the legendary Pokemon is going to have prior to battle is just look at the Pokemon that it's suggesting you to battle with. Now basically, if the Pokemon has Dragon Claw as a charge move, it's going to suggest Ice, Fairy, and Dragon type Pokemon. But if it suggests those, basically you need to put in your Tyranitar, Salamence, Rayquaza, Dragonite, Mewtwo, and Gardevoir. Those are like the 6 Pokemon that are really good to use against a Dragon Claw, Latias, or Latios. So like I said, just keep an eye on what it suggests, and that's how you're going to know the move. So like if it has Psychic, for instance, it's going to suggest your Ghost and Dark types, which would probably be fine, but you really need to think about what Pokemon you're going to go in with. I would go in with Tyranitar, Rayquaza, Dragonite, Salamence, Mewtwo, Scizor. those are all really good counters for your Psychic, Latios, and Latias. Now we get into the Solar Beam now with Latios. If it has Solar Beam, it's probably going to suggest that you use Flying and Bug-type Pokemon. But definitely go in with Dragonite, Salamence, Rayquaza, Gengar, Scizor, and Articuno. Those are going to be the best counters for a Solar Beam Latios. Do not go in with a Tyranitar on a Solar Beam Latios. If you can guess that it's a Solar Beam Latios by all the suggested Pokemon, do not put in Tyranitar. It is not going to be a good counter. It's going to get destroyed instantly. So now let's get into a Latios with the move Thunder. Now, if the Latios has Thunder, it's most likely going to suggest that you use Ground-type Pokemon. I honestly think it'll probably suggest mostly Groudon. But that's actually interesting because you can use a Groudon. Groudon's one of the best counters for a Thunder Latios with Dragon Tail and Earthquake. You can also use a Tyranitar, a Mewtwo, Gengar, Absol, or Gardevoir. Those are all going to be great counters for a Latios with Thunder. So basically that's all of the best counters for Latios and Latias, especially if you go by which moves they have. But some honorable counters definitely for the two would be Slowbro with Ice moves, Lapras with Ice moves, Kingdra with Dragon type moves, and Cloyster and Jinx with Ice moves as well. Those, honestly, if you only have Pokemon of that nature, you don't have some of the stronger ones, you only have some of the like weaker ones like I just mentioned, that's okay. They can still probably get the job done with the right moves. Like I said before, basically Latios is going to be super easy to take down. Latios is going to be the one you need to think a little bit more about. I will say Tyranitar is one of the best counters for both of them, except for if Latios has Solar Beam, do not use Tyranitar. Make sure you do not use your Tyranitar. That's the only time that it's not going to be very useful. Salamence is pretty much a good counter anytime, except for when they have Dragon Claw. Dragonite and Salamence are both going to take a lot of damage from that Dragon Claw, but other than that, they're really good counters for Latios and Latias for sure. But I want to say like a quick disclaimer in this video. I got all this information from Pokemon Go Hub. They seem pretty spot on most of the time with all of their statistics and their studies that they do, so I really trust Pokemon Go Hub, so definitely check their website out if you want any kind of information. They have a lot of really interesting raid guides and news updates and things like that on their website. Definitely check out PokemonGoHub.com. So basically, most people think that Latios and Latias are coming to the game next, but we also have the 3 Regis that have not been released in the game yet. They are a legendary trio, originally found in the Hoenn region. They are not in Pokemon Go yet, and they very well could be the next set of legendaries that we get. You never know. I think they'll be released the way that the legendary beasts were, you know, the regional thing that they did, which I also kind of feel like that's what they're going to do with Latios and Latios. I think, this is all my own speculation by the way, disclaimer, I think that it's going to be 1 month at a time, you know, every region's going to get like one Pokemon for that 1 month, and then it's going to go on to the next region and you'll get the Pokemon that you didn't have before. And I think they're going to break this out between like 5 months. I think it's going to be like month 1, month 2 would be Latios and Latias switching in and out, and then I think the next 3 months would be the 3 Regis spreading out. So I think that's what Pokemon Go has planned. I think that's what Niantic has up their sleeve. And then if you think about it, it kind of lines up after all the Regis are released. They'll start preparing for Gen 4 because it's going to be summertime by then. So guys, this is actually like pretty good speculation. A lot of people believe this. This is what I believe. I think they're going to take it slower with the legendaries from now on for the next few months. But basically, if Regirock, Regice, and Registeel do come out, I'm going to tell you all some quick counters for them really quick. For Regice, any fire and fighting type would be really good. For Regirock, any water, ground, or grass type would be good. And for Steel, any ground, fire, or fighting type would be really good. So if you guys want a more extensive raid guide on the Regis, definitely let me know. But I don't think they're coming next. I think Latios and Latias are for sure the next ones that are coming. I'm super excited because we finally get Dragon and Psychic types in the game. That's going to be a super cool combination to have. Another thing I wanted to mention, actually, Latios and Latias would be good counters for themselves. Like, after you catch some Latios and Latias, you can definitely use them against the raid bosses for sure. They're definitely going to do a lot of damage just because they're going to be super effective because of the dragon typing. So you could definitely use them too. So that's all I have for today's video. Let me know in the comments down below what legendary Pokemon you think we're going to see next in Pokemon Go. Make sure you guys smash that like button on your way out. Hit subscribe if you haven't already and become a part of my Gengar gang. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye!